Get ready. Something in the atmosphere is shifting, and if you're sensitive, you can already feel it. That low hum in your chest, that restless energy that won't let you sit still, that quiet certainty in the back of your mind that something massive is approaching. No, you're not imagining it. No, it's not fear. It's your higher consciousness picking up on what's about to unfold. This Friday, November 22nd, a powerful turning point arrives, one unlike anything you've crossed before. The new moon is gathering momentum. The cosmos is rearranging itself. And you, chosen one, are standing right at the edge of the biggest evolution of your life. If this message is hitting you in a way you can't explain, if your body is reacting, if your intuition is screaming, yes, drop a 777 in the comments. That tiny action signals to the universe that you're awake, you're aligned, and you're done playing small. Typing those numbers is you announcing, I'm ready for what's coming. Don't ignore this moment. Type 777 now and step into the shift consciously. You've been walking through shadow after shadow for months. Test after test, challenge after challenge. Everything that wasn't truly part of you has been stripped away. It felt brutal. It felt unfair. But every one of those moments shaped you. Every betrayal sharpened your intuition. Every loss freed you from attachment. Every doubt strengthened your faith. Every heartbreak forged your resilience. You had to unravel completely so you could rise into a version of yourself capable of holding the level of energy that's about to enter your reality. And now, you're on the other side. You survived what was designed to break you. Now Friday is when your reward meets you. But hear this clearly. This blessing isn't charity. It's not pity. It's earned. You fought for this transformation even when it felt impossible. You could have slipped back into old habits. You could have chosen comfort. You could have said, it's too much. But something deeper kept you moving. Your soul, remembering the path you came here to walk. Your higher self, guiding you toward what waits beyond this initiation. The portal that's been sealed for so long is about to open again, but not for everyone. It opens only for those who are ready. Those who've cleaned their internal landscape. Those who've proven through action, not words, that they're prepared for the next chapter. This new moon carries an energetic imprint that doesn't show up often. The lunar cycle and the planetary alignments coming together tomorrow create a window where the usual rules dissolve. During portals like this, time behaves differently. Manifestations accelerate. Breakthroughs that should take years can strike within hours, but only if you're aligned. This new moon is a full system reset, a cosmic checkpoint, a moment where the universe evaluates your frequency and decides what level you're stepping into next. And if this message found you, it's because your higher self already knows you're prepared. You weren't brought here by coincidence. You were called. The question is, do you realize it? Do you trust it? And will you take the steps needed to secure it? Understand this. The November 22nd shift isn't passive. It won't download into your life while you're distracted or entertaining old patterns. It requires your attention, your presence, your clarity. Every decision you make will either amplify your breakthrough or interfere with it. Every thought will either raise your vibration or lower it. Every conversation will either refuel you or drain you. Every action will either align you with your destiny or pull you backward. There's no neutral ground tomorrow. You're either rising or falling. You're either claiming your purpose or watching it slip through your hands again. The new moon is the darkest point of the lunar cycle, the moment when endings and beginnings overlap. It's when the slate is wiped completely clean and everything from the last cycle is released. This is why ancient traditions held their most sacred rituals during the new moon. They understood the power of beginning from zero. And this new moon in Sagittarius, it's explosive, it's expansive. Sagittarius energy pushes you beyond limitations, beyond fear, beyond the smallness you once accepted. It asks, are you willing to step into the unknown? Are you willing to let the past burn? Are you willing to follow the flame of your purpose, even when no one else understands it? But here's the part most people miss. New moon energy is absorbent. Whatever frequency you're holding, when the peak hits, becomes the foundation for the next 28 days. If you're carrying fear, insecurity, anger, or lack, that gets programmed. If you're holding gratitude, clarity, intention, and certainty, that gets programmed. The universe echoes whatever you embody, not what you wish for, not what you say you want, what you are in your energetic field. That's why tomorrow is non-negotiable. Isolation and energetic protection aren't suggestions, they're mandatory. You can't risk letting anything or anyone interfere with your vibration during the most pivotal 24 hours of your spiritual evolution. Everything you've been manifesting has been leading to this exact point. Every intention you've set, every affirmation you've repeated, every quiet prayer you've released into the universe has been building toward this Friday. Think back over the past year. Remember every moment you promised yourself that things would shift. Recall every time you gazed up at the sky and whispered, I'm ready, I want more. Remember all those nights where tears soaked your pillow, yet you still held on to the belief that life could be better. All of those moments were brushstrokes, painting the masterpiece you're about to experience. The divine shift on November 22nd is the universe's response to your persistence. It's the answer taking form. It's the breakthrough stepping into the physical world. It's the portal opening, just enough for you to walk through, if you're awake, intentional, and willing to claim it. But portals don't stay open indefinitely. They appear during precise cosmic alignments, and if you're not ready when they activate, they close. And sometimes the next window doesn't appear for months, even years. Most people hate hearing this because urgency makes them uncomfortable. They've been told to trust divine timing and expect everything to unfold effortlessly. And yes, divine timing is real. But divine timing also requires your participation. The universe can line up the moment, but you still have to step into it. You still have to make choices that match the frequency of what you're calling in. You still have to walk through the doorway when it unlocks. The energy building toward Friday has been intensifying for weeks, and you've felt it. The synchronicities have skyrocketed. Angel numbers have been everywhere. 3:33 when you wake up at night. 11:11 every time you glance at the clock. 4:44 on receipts, signs, and license plates. These aren't random. These are signals. These are confirmations. Songs with strangely perfect lyrics appearing right when you needed them. Random conversations that echo the exact thoughts in your head. Dreams that feel prophetic, symbolic, charged with meaning. Intuition rising up before your mind even knows why. These are all messages. Your guides have been placing markers along your path, nudging you, preparing you, so you won't miss what's coming. Because most people will miss it. They're too distracted, too numb, too skeptical to recognize higher intervention, even when it's unfolding right in front of them. But not you. Your inner guidance brought you here. Your intuition recognized the resonance. Your soul said, pay attention. But being prepared and staying prepared are not the same thing. You could be aligned right now and then sabotage it in the next 24 hours without realizing it. You could be vibrating at exactly the right frequency today and then drop into the wrong energy tomorrow because of one low-vibe conversation, one draining interaction, one unconscious decision. This happens constantly. People spend months doing spiritual work, reach the threshold of their breakthrough, and then collapse their own frequency right before the blessing lands. Why? Because receiving requires releasing the old identity, and the old identity, even if painful, is familiar, and the human nervous system clings to the familiar, even when the familiar hurts. This is why isolation on Friday isn't a suggestion, it's a requirement. Every person carries a frequency. When you interact with someone, your energy fields temporarily merge, and if they're vibrating lower than you, which in most cases they are, because you've been preparing and they haven't, they'll pull you down without even meaning to. They're not trying to sabotage you. They're simply operating from their own level of consciousness. But on a day as spiritually charged as Friday, their doubts can cloud your clarity. Their fears can infect your faith. Their negativity can drain your momentum. Their drama can collapse your vibration instantly. And suddenly, the frequency you worked so hard to maintain slips. You feel heavy again, foggy, disconnected, and you don't know why. That's how people miss portals, not because they weren't capable, but because they weren't protected. This November 22nd shift isn't meant for everyone. It can't be. Only those who've done the internal clearing, the shadow work, the releasing, the healing, will be able to withstand the frequency of what's coming. It's not for those who treat spirituality like entertainment, not for those who consume information but never apply it, not for those who speak transformation but refuse to live it, not for those who cling to their wounds and blame rather than grow. This shift is for you because you earned it. You stood in the fire without running. You faced your patterns and broke them. You ended cycles that drained you. You healed wounds you didn't create. You elevated your frequency even when no one understood what you were doing. And now the universe is ready to meet you where you've risen. When this new moon passes, you won't feel like the same person. Something deep inside you will rearrange. You'll look in the mirror and sense the change immediately. The version of you you've been shedding won't be the one staring back. You will feel free in a way that doesn't make logical sense. You will sense possibility where there used to be restriction. You will feel grounded and expanded at the same time. And then your outer world will start shifting to match your inner transformation. Opportunities that were blocked will open. Messages you waited months for will finally arrive. Ideas that felt impossible will suddenly make sense. Projects that were stuck will move effortlessly. Doors that refuse to budge will swing open with no resistance. It will feel like the universe is rearranging itself around you, because it is. People who match your new frequency will appear as if out of thin air. Connections will form instantly. Strangers will feel familiar. Guides, mentors, and aligned souls will arrive exactly when you need them. Your social circle will transform naturally. Old relationships will fade quietly. New ones will enter without force. Areas of life that were frozen in place, relationships, money, living situations, career, will begin shifting rapidly. Something will break loose. Something will finally move. Resources will appear right when you need them. Money will come from unexpected directions. Information will reach you exactly when a decision is required. The right people will show up at the exact right moment. This is what alignment feels like. This is what flow looks like. This is what happens when your energy matches your destiny. And the clarity that arrives afterward, it will be undeniable. It will be instant. It will be deeper than thought, a knowing that comes from the soul, not the mind. You'll finally understand why everything happened the way it did. You'll see order where there was once chaos. You'll recognize the blessings hidden inside the pain. You'll feel the divine orchestration behind every moment you survived. And when this clarity settles into your bones, it creates a level of trust in your path that nothing and no one can shake. That's the aftermath of a divine shift. That's what happens when you make it through a portal consciously. Your outer world begins rearranging itself to reflect the person you've become on the inside. Not slowly, not eventually, but fast, almost startlingly fast. Because the only thing that ever separated you from your breakthrough was the space between your old self and your evolved self. And you've bridged that space. You've stepped into the version of you that can actually handle what you've been praying for. Now the universe just needs to update your physical reality to match your energetic upgrade. But to receive all of that, you must get through Friday intact. You must guard your frequency with your life. You must treat November 22nd as if it is the spiritual Olympics, and you're competing for the gold medal of your own ascension. This isn't the day for casual decisions. This isn't the day to hope things fall into place. This is the day to be laser-focused, grounded, intentional, and unwavering with your boundaries. The universe has been watching your evolution closely, not like a judge, but like a loving guardian, watching a child learn to stand on their own. It's been observing how you navigate challenges, how you respond when tested, how you treat others when you're hurting, and how committed you stay when no one is clapping for you yet. It saw every moment you chose honesty over convenience. Every moment you extended kindness when you had every reason not to. Every time you rose again after life knocked you flat. All of it has been imprinted in your energetic record. And because of that, you've been approved. You've been cleared for the next level. You've been given access to this elevation. But access means nothing if you don't walk through the door. And on Friday, the door opens. The new moon creates the window. The cosmic code unlocks for a brief, sacred period. What you do with that moment will shape everything that unfolds after. Prepare for Friday to feel intense. The energy may hit you all at once. You might wake up buzzing with anxiety that has no logical cause. You might feel emotional without understanding why. Your body might ache. Your head might feel heavy. Your fatigue might spike. This is not a malfunction. It's integration. Your physical body is catching up to the frequency your soul is already attuning to. Let it happen. You may feel old grief rise, old anger, old fear. Not because you're regressing, but because you're releasing the final remnants of what cannot travel with you. This is the purge before the rebirth. Memories you haven't thought about in years might surface. Dreams may bring old faces back into your awareness. Past scenarios may replay in your mind as your system closes out unfinished loops. Let it close. Let it complete. Let every unresolved fragment dissolve so you don't carry outdated weight through the portal. Also be ready for old connections to suddenly reappear. Exes, toxic friends, family members who never supported your growth. This always happens right before a major upgrade. Your old reality sends out one last pull to see if you're still available for it. These aren't coincidences, these are exams. The universe asks, are you truly done with this cycle, or will you step backward if it knocks one more time? Your answer must be boundaries. Clear, calm, final. You don't owe explanations. You don't owe access. You owe yourself protection. Friday will come with distractions and temptations disguised as urgency, invitations that would drain your energy, minor problems designed to steal your focus, notifications, messages, noise pulling you away from your center. This is where your discipline proves itself. This is where you show the universe that you choose your future over your comfort. You silence the distractions. You let non-essential messages wait. You decline invitations without guilt. You create a sacred shield around your mind and spirit, and nothing passes through without your permission. These tests aren't punishment. They're confirmation. The universe needs to know you won't collapse under the weight of the blessings you've been asking for. It needs to know you're strong enough to hold what's coming. Receiving too soon isn't a gift. It's destruction. If abundance comes before consciousness, it crumbles. If success arrives before stability, it overwhelms. If influence comes before alignment, it corrupts. So the final question becomes, can you hold your frequency under pressure? Can you stay anchored when your weak spots get triggered? Can you protect your energy when your old patterns try to drag you back? Friday will ask these questions, and you will answer them with mastery. Because once Friday closes and the new moon energy integrates, your life begins elevating immediately. Your vibration rises, your presence amplifies, your influence expands, your responsibility grows. There is no shrinking after this, no going back to autopilot. You step fully into the creator aspect of your being, conscious, powerful, aligned. The coming weeks will unfold rapidly. Your life may feel like it's rearranging itself overnight. Structures that can't sustain your next level will break apart. People who don't resonate with your new frequency will naturally fall away. This isn't loss, it's liberation. You are not being punished, you are being purified. Anything leaving is something that cannot travel with you. And now you must build the habits that sustain your new identity. What got you here won't get you to the next phase. Meditation, grounding, creativity, movement, spiritual nourishment, these become essential. Your intuition becomes your primary compass. Your mind may not always understand, but your knowing will. And if you let it guide you, it will never lead you astray. The most important thing to remember is this: the outer world always lags behind the inner shift. You can evolve overnight, but your physical life takes a little time to rearrange itself around that new frequency. Don't mistake the delay for a sign that nothing is happening. Your only job is to stay aligned, stay steady, hold the vibration of who you've become, even if the world around you hasn't caught up yet, because it will. When the new moon reaches its peak and the portal unlocks, the energy rushing through isn't going to surprise you. It's going to match you. You're not stumbling into a new timeline by accident. You've prepared for it. You've earned it. You're aligned with it. Your breakthrough is not far away anymore. Your new chapter isn't pending. It's activated. Your moment has finally arrived. Everything you've endured, every lesson you've integrated, every time you chose growth over comfort, that was training. That was preparation. That was refinement. And now, all of that inner work is about to show up in your outer world. Friday isn't random. This is the intersection where your readiness meets divine timing. This is the exact moment the universe has been guiding you toward. So show up with intention. Protect your space like your future depends on it, because it does. Respect the version of yourself you fought to become.